We're joined by Craig Donato, Chief Business Officer at Roblox. Craig, it's great to have you with us from the other coast this morning. I know your company unique in the sense that more than half of your users are actually under the age of just 13. So explain specifically what your platform provides its users.
Sure. You can think of Roblox as a universe made up of millions of immersive experiences that people can enjoy with their friends. So you can be a star in a fashion show. You can DJ a beach party. You can snowboard down a mountain or build your own amusement park. There's really something for everyone. That the engine for all that diversity comes from the fact that every one of the experiences on Roblox was built by someone in our creator community. We have over 8 million people around the world building experiences on Roblox.
Incredible. And I know these payouts have been increasing over time. You know, my question, though, when we talk about the debut of the company is because the age demo is so young for your customers, are you concerned at all that Wall Street might not understand the story and the business model?
You know, I think, you know, we've got a long track record. We're not an overnight success, right? We've been around for 15 years. I think we've grown slowly and organically and built a good business with strong unit economics. So I hope Wall Street does understand it, but ultimately, you know, our primary focus is creating a compelling experience for our users.
Mm-hmm. So let's pull up a timeline of where we got to today, how we got to today. In 2006, your company Roblox Studio launched. 2 years later, the company's digital currency Robux was created. In 2013, Roblox starting to monetize the platform. And then in 2019, the Avatar Marketplace launched and premium payouts were just introduced last year. So focusing on those last two developments, how much of your recent growth do you attribute to those avatars and premium payouts?
You know, I think it's really hard to tie our growth to any single event. What really drives the growth of our business are two giant network effects. The first is a social network effect in that Roblox is a place where you go have fun with your friends, right? So you're naturally inclined, if you're a user of Roblox, to invite your friends to play. And the number one way that people find out about Roblox is to get invited to play by a friend, right? The second network effect is based on our community-driven content. All our content is built by our creator community. The bigger the audience we have, the more content creators we attract. They produce more content, that in turn attracts a bigger audience, and it creates a virtuous cycle. Those two network effects are what's really driving our business. A lot of the things that you've seen there are really fueling those network effects. For example, the Avatar Marketplace is really enabling our creators not just to build experiences, but all sorts of gear for avatars, so they can become their own virtual fashion designers. Premium payouts, something we launched in 2020, is a way for creators to even earn more money on our platform. So we really look at those two network effects and we really continue to fuel those over the last 10 years.
So I do want to break down just how much people are able to make as part of this network effect. More than 1,250 developers making at least $10,000 last year through these virtual sales in their Roblox games. So explain the business model for us. What's the cut that you're taking, and how is your company growing its own revenue?
Great. So as you mentioned, Roblox is free to play, and how we make money is users buy our currency, which they can then spend to dress up their avatar or to enhance their in-game experience, maybe buy a helicopter that they can drive around in. We collect that money and we share a portion with our creators, our developers. The general rough breakout is about once we take out costs of actually serving Roblox and paying payment providers and all those other sorts of fees, we roughly split the remainder 50-50 with the creator.
Fascinating. We have another full screen that I want to pull up here about the key user base numbers at 32.6 million daily active users. That's a lot. Across 180 countries, playing an average of 2.6 hours a day. 54% of these players just under 13 years old, and there are also over 8 million active developers and creators on the platform. We know that screen time has been a concern, obviously in the media, but for parents as well. And so what are you doing to ensure that there are some guardrails here and young, potentially vulnerable users aren't getting addicted to the app?
Yeah, screen time is one of these things, as a fellow parent, it's something I've spent a lot of time talking to my kids about. is something that's really important to have an active conversation with your kids about. It's a tricky one in that, especially during the days of COVID, people are coming to Roblox to stay connected with their friends while remaining physically apart, right? So a lot of people are turning to Roblox to hang out with their friends at recess, or to to host birthday parties or share other life events with friends and family. So figuring out what the right mix is, what's an appropriate level, is something that I think it's super important for everyone to do. And I think all screen time isn't created equal, right? How are they using it? Are they using it to interact with people? Are they building things? Are they using their imagination? So I think it's really important to both think about the total amount of screen time and the quality and how that screen time is being used.
Craig, are you going to stay focused on that younger demo under the age of 13 years old, or are you trying to find ways to bring in older users as well?
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate. So our players are very much growing up with us. So as you mentioned, over half are, if you look, about half our users in the U.S. are under the age of, or no, what does it say? Over half of all 16 and under people, our kids and teens in the U.S. are using Roblox. So tends to be traditionally a younger audience, but our players are very much growing up with us. If you look at age cohorts, 13 to 17 and 17 to 24 are currently our fastest growing cohorts. So our audience is growing up with us. You're seeing more and more experiences appealing to that older age group popping up on our platform.
Okay, we got to ask you about financials and how you're planning to build on some of this success. Year-over-year growth on the financial front definitely has been impressive. Bookings for 2020, $1.9 billion, up 171% from 2019. Revenue at $924 million, up 82% year-over-year. And free cash flow, here's the big one, $411 million, well above the $14.5 million booked in 2019. How do you build upon that success?
As I said, where Roblox is really built through those network effects, right? And those things are very much rolling. So, COVID obviously has been a challenging time for many folks, and we're proud of what we've been able to do during this time, providing a place where people can go to stay connected with their friends and family, but stay physically apart. But there'll be some positive long-term impact to our business in that. We've brought a lot of creators as well as players onto our platform over the last year and a half, and that will continue to fuel those network effects going into the future. And we're also investing in all different sorts of new experiences on Roblox. You just showed a video of our Lil Nas X concert, which attracted over 30 million users. So people are coming to Roblox not just to play games and have fun, but to see music, and there'll be all the other types of experiences that we'll be rolling out over the course of the next couple of years to enable people to have fun, to learn, to work together.
Craig, I also enjoyed the video, basically the creation of the New York Stock Exchange with some of the Roblox characters. I'm sure it was built on Roblox that we're showing just a bit earlier. Of course, as we know, the crew is not entirely down there because of the coronavirus, but it's great to have you with us, and we'll wait to see how the stock opens. That's Craig Donato, Chief Business Officer at Roblox.